And we're loading. I do happen to like this loading screen. I like those lines that move back and forth. So hey guys, this is Siaynoq, and I am back at Star Citizen with the Arena Commander, aka Dogfighting Module. Well, that's what they used to call it. I think they want everyone calling it Arena Commander now. I'm a little late to the Arena Commander party in terms of recording videos. I'm sure there's tons of people out with their Arena Commander videos, but there's a few reasons I waited for recording. And for one thing, this is the video as of June. God, I don't even know the date. What is it? Well, this is embarrassing. June 14th. And they've released some patches for it since then. And if you were recording on the very first day of it, then I'm sure a lot of people were running into tons of bugs with this thing. I am recording on medium graphics settings. Now, when I'm actually just playing the game straight up, I'm doing anywhere from high to very high. I'm getting a pretty decent frame rate, but for the purposes of recording this video, I do take quite a dip in frames per second, so I have it on medium settings. So, when we're out there in space, it may not look quite as fantastic and the textures may not be as detailed, but mostly I'm just recording for the purpose of getting my thoughts out about the actual Arena Commander itself. And if I was just doing a hangar module video, then I'd probably have the graphics turned up a little more so I could show you the details on the ship. Just real briefly, speaking of new ships, well, I upgraded to the DUR variant of the Freelancer. It is right here, and I really love the profile of the ship. I love its dedicated scanning hardware all over the top there, with its like its sensor array, and it's supposed to have a few other things. It's supposed to have less cargo space. It looks just as spacious on the inside of the ship to me, so I'm not sure why there's less cargo space, but maybe all the scanning equipment takes up room or fuel efficiency even for the purposes of I don't know. But this is the more explorer variant of the Freelancer. They have a military version now, more of a dedicated cargo ship. This is the Explorer because it's supposed to have better scanning software and hardware, and seems like it should have a tractor beam as part of its default loadout. Per the 315p, it had a tractor beam as well. But anyway, so my Super Hornet is way down there on the other end of the hangar. This is the Hornet that we get to fly for the purpose of the uh, of the Arena Commander. We'll eventually get to fly the ships that we own, but depending on your pledge level, you get a certain ship. And since I have a Hornet, I get to fly a Hornet. The other ships are, the 300i or the Aurora. Both very good ships in my opinion. I'm happy to be testing it with the Hornet. So what I want to do real quick is just set up my weapons. Now that I'm actually using this thing more here, the interface for the Arena Commander, I actually kind of like it less. I really hope they either improve this UI soon for changing out weapons or just replace it with something else entirely. It's really not my favorite. So that's our Super Hornet here, but this is our test Hornet here. So I've been having some weird bugs in this game. Sometimes my mini guns or Gatling guns, I'm sorry, they don't always have ammo in them. But if I'm keeping them on top of the turret, then that manages to keep the ammo in them for some reason. It's not where I prefer to have it. I'd rather have them under the wings, but just due to some bug in the game, like one of my Gatling guns will have 1,500 rounds in it, and the other one keeps having 0. I love these neutron guns. I'm kind of a fan of slow shooting, slow refire rate kind of guns, but that pack a heavier punch. So it's actually a really fun gun to have. The Super Hornet could have guns here on the nose of the ship, but another bug I'm noticing in the game is when you have guns on here, it seems to mess with your other guns here. Plus they don't have the key bindings really situated in a way that's satisfactory for me, because I'm using the Xbox controller right now, just it's working well for me. But there's not. You have to hold left trigger and fire just to fire your third pair of guns. But when you're holding left trigger, that makes your ship roll if you're moving around. So that's not really a good solution. And I'll eventually stick some other guns on here once they fix that. So for now, we're just gonna have two pairs of guns. And then the Hornet has these Talon Dominator. I believe that FF is for friend or foe missiles. Alright, so that's going to be the loadout for our ship. And let's just get right into fighting. If I can just stick my helmet on here. There's some other known issues right now that are kind of amusing. Like you got this one here where if you go to your third person camera, you can actually... It's kind of like how you would roll your ship, but you're just doing it with a third person camera. They changed the face of our test pilot here. And this guy kind of looks like Buzz Lightyear. It looks pretty creepy, in my opinion. I can't wait till we can customize the looks of our pilots. Anyway, let's get back into first person there and get on to our ship. Doing these animations a lot, I wouldn't mind being able to skip past them or have them be done away with altogether, where you're getting into your ship and just watching this sequence. You know, I have no control over what's happening here. It's just the camera moving around and my guy pushing these buttons. Some people might like it. I don't personally like it that much. I like the Arena Commander logo. It's kind of looked like a reference, like a shout out to a Wing Commander, because it looks a lot like the Wing Commander logo. So let's go into the Vanduul Swarm, and we'll do the Broken Moon map. I like it. There's only 2 maps right now, and just now for the first couple hundred backers of the game, they have access to the multiplayer, but hopefully it's going to roll out soon for a whole lot more people. I think I'm like somewhere 100,000 on the list, like 116,000 backer of the game, so I'll be waiting a while before I can do multiplayer. So let's see how my guns are doing. Okay, good. So both of my miniguns have 1,500 rounds. I'm hoping the planet looks better than this on medium graphic settings. Some of these textures do tend to just take a while to pop in. If that doesn't end up looking better, that's kind of... Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, that looks much better. Let's select our target. I should probably adjust my sound settings. The game sounds kind of loud. So yeah, it's pretty easy to hit stuff with your minigun. I'm sorry, that's what I call it. I know it's probably a Gatling gun, but...
Destroyed. Scanning.
And the Gatling gun can overheat really fast, so... you need to watch that. I don't know how close I am to that energy beam. Okay, I think I went past it. Oh! I gotta admit, when I was first playing Arena Commander, I did not understand how this targeting thing worked. And I just thought, truly, I sucked at the game. But,
Destroyed.
So, let me adjust these sound settings real quick. There, that's a little better. You know, the action is so fast in the dogfighting module, I don't really have time to just discuss everything we're seeing here so well. Maybe I should have started in the free flight mode just to kind of discuss my thoughts on the user, like on the HUD and the just the weapon systems and how everything else worked. Well, we're just gonna jump right into it then, I guess. So yeah, once the nose guns get working, I would love to be able to fire like four of these neutron guns right away at the same time because just two of it. Like, I mean, using guns like that, that's a good way to conserve your ammo. Like, the neutron gun has no problems with overheating, really, just because it fires so slow. And I don't really start relying as much on my Gatling gun until, like, I
Target
have, like,
destroyed.
tons of enemies everywhere. And at close range, I've actually killed some of these scythes in one hit with the neutron gun at close range. So it is more of a close range weapon, not just because it fires so slow, but it just seems to do more damage at close range. And if
Bogey.
you hit him with both projectiles, like you're gonna knock out there. What am I almost hitting here?
Scanning.
These guys usually spawn. Oh no, the textures are going back out there. That's not good. I apologize for that. Yeah, usually when I'm playing the game, I'm not having quite the issues with the frame rate or the graphics, but recording it's a different story. I really need to get my RAM upgraded and among some other things,
Systems overheating. Target destroyed. Scanning.
but yeah, it's fun. I enjoy flying. I enjoy the combat. There's some things that
Collision.
see I oh no. You gotta watch out for that. So I killed that Vanduul in one shot, but he was right next to me, and then I carelessly flew into its dead body.
Anvil
You
Aerospace.
get a few respawns. I don't plan on recording myself going all the way up to as many waves as possible. I really just want to get some of my thoughts out here on camera. But yeah, there's some things about the targeting system I'm not sure if I like. I can't tell if it's too simplistic. I sort of feel like the turret should work on a targeting computer, but that when it comes to when it comes to hang on, this ship's out of my range. See, it's kind of hard to talk about these things in the dogfighting. I should have just entered free flight. I think I'll add a bit of free flight just to this video just for the sake of discussing some of these things. Yikes.
Target
See, the
destroyed.
game's kind of lagging there, so I don't know, maybe I should have turned the graphics down even more. I do love the look of that planet, though. You see its mountains and everything. That's just beautiful. But yeah, so when I was first playing, I thought it'd be more like a Wing Commander game where I have to line my ship up with the enemy ship in my sights, and then I'm just shooting in a straight line. And then I kind of hoped like the turret on the Hornet, that thing would kind of do its own auto tracking to some extent. And that's where like the simplistic targeting comes from, is your targeting. Alright, welcome back you guys. The game did totally crash on me. I've had a few crashes on it just playing it normal, so I can't say if it crashed because of the problems I was having with recording or because the game has just been kind of crashy for me anyway. But I thought I would at least load the other map that you can fly in, so we're still doing the Vanduul Swarm. But hopefully I can get more chances here now to talk about some of the other things. I turned the graphics settings down too, just to be safe for now. You know, I still think the graphics have, like the CryEngine has a more optimization to do for this game. Uh, but so for now, we're just gonna play it safe and keep the graphics on low, because I don't want to have to start this thing over again. Okay, I got my neutron gun, I got my minigun.
Scanning.
Kind of wanted to get some, show a lot of kills that I can get with my neutron gun, just because I think it's so cool. I suspect the neutron gun actually is weak against shields, but once you see, then once you give up, you just then want to switch to your.
Target destroyed.
They're pretty irresistible, the Gatling guns. But yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, there's got to be more information about the guns and whether they work better against armor
Scanning.
or shields or whatever, you know.
Target destroyed.
See, I killed that thing in like one hit with my neutron gun. And yet again. It's really cool how you can see the shockwave from like the explosion of the ship. It's kind of this like transparent wave that's be interesting to know if that's actually doing any damage to me as well. So let's monitor our shields here. That's pretty important. I'm not sure what those numbers are indicating there. The front 82, back 64, left 51. Um, it could be hull points, I'm thinking. I'm not sure why the left and right are not more even then. It's kind of weird.
Destroyed. Scanning.
I think one thing I do really enjoy about the fighting, which I've noticed, is when you manage to damage a ship, like, you really, it's going to affect how it performs. So if you weren't able to kill it in one strafe of your weapons, you really might be able to come back to it at a later time because it's taken so much damage and, you know, it's kind of that fidelity that Chris Roberts talks about where, you know, you damage the engines, it's going to affect like what's happening with the ship. You damage the guns, etc. The shields, you take out its shields, it may not be able to regenerate them. Hopefully, like the AI of the pilots is to the point where if their shields are down, they also would like to try to get their shields back up before they're engaging you. Okay, so we have an ace this time. Let's find it. We're gonna use our missiles perhaps this time, and I can show you. I'm not gonna bother with my oh, hang on.
25%. Alert.
Gotta fire the countermeasure when you, that's not the one I want to use my missile on. Where is the... There he is.
Shields charging. Lock. Destroyed.
And that guy's been dispatched. So yeah, I think the way they indicate the shields recharging there, that is not bad. I can actually just see that in the corner of my eye, and if it's getting red, then I'll pay closer attention to it. We have a limited amount of fuel down there. I do feel that's the way it should be. You shouldn't just be able to afterburn indefinitely.
Scanning.
Yeah, the virtual like targeting reticules. I mean, you have your own. Oh, hang on. There's a guy behind me.
Down.
I think it helps to play this game with more sound, so you kind of know what's happening more to you. And I have the sound turned way down. So yeah, I've already taken some serious damage in the back of my ship. And I already forgot what I was talking about. Oh yeah, but just like the way the enemies are highlighted in my screen there,
Shields
it's... I can't tell if I find it too obtrusive or not. Like, you got this big circle around it with the inner circle. I think the inner one's your targeting thing that you want to go for. I think my concern is that it can diminish the look of the ship. Like it's so dark out here in space, and I can't see these Vanduul ships very good unless I'm really close to them. But they've already got all these like red circles around them. I don't know. It could just be a matter of getting used to. But none of this is final either. This is, you know, is alpha. This is really alpha stuff we're playing here. It's just got so many bugs, but they're not just working on the bugs, they're working on like the user interface and the HUD and just generally how here I'll let you look at the damage my ship took. Oh, I thought I actually blew off one of those things there. I love all the maneuvering thrusters all over my ship. That's one of the best parts about Star Citizen in my opinion, that they include all that stuff.
scanning.
And we gotta get in there fast and help out our buddies.
Lock. Scanning.
Sometimes I like to just fire a missile and then move on to my next target. Not that I'm guaranteed a hit with the missile, but it's enough to at least divert that enemy for a while as he's trying to evade the missile, and then I can focus on another target. Boom. Okay, this
50%.
guy is right
Warning.
next to me.
Aft shields. 25%. Alert. Aft shields. Down. Collision.
These sides apparently have some sort of melee weapon. It's like their right wing. It's just got this huge, like... Okay, I'm
Forward
not hitting
shields.
anything with my neutron gun.
75%. Warning.
Come on.
Forward shields. 25%. Target destroyed.
See, I just copped out and used my, my Gatling gun again.
Shields. Charging.
Hmm.
Collision. Shields.
But yeah, the combat feels pretty good. It's just, it's the targeting, I think. Once you get that green diamond there, it's just, to quite an extent, it's doing the aiming for you. That makes sense to an extent, because if you don't have a gunner and you're concentrating on flying, I can see why you would want a thing like that. Uh, I don't know. I just need to see other combat situations too, and like different kinds of ships. Like I really can't wait to try out my freelancer to see what it's like having all those turrets all over my ship. I am not close enough to fire that gun.
You are approaching simulation boundary.
Collision.
Oh, see that I totally one-shotted that Vanduul site there. That was kind of what I've been going for with my
Zero
neutron
hostile
gun.
contacts remaining.
There's a lot of stuff you can fly into out here. You need to be pretty careful.
There are multiple hostiles inbound.
Oh, sorry, I just had to check something there.
Bogey.
Alright, let's take out this one more wave, and then I'm gonna probably return to the hangar and just kind of discuss some of my other thoughts in this game, because I really could probably go on doing wave after wave for a long time, and I did want to show the actual arena commander, what the combat's like, but just some of the stuff is moving way too fast for me to get my thoughts out down here.
Warning. Aft shields.
And I'm not even playing very
25%.
good trying to
Alert.
focus on all this
Aft
stuff.
shields. Down. Scanning.
Hello.
Collision.
I'm playing terribly right now.
Warning. Starboard shields. 25%. Alert.
I think I've already lost some of my maneuvering thrusters there too.
Alert. Port shields. Down.
So I'll probably just let myself get
Shields. Down.
taken out here.
Alert. Systems overheating. Shields.
Terrible
Charging.
gunnery on my part. I probably just damaged my miniguns firing them too long.
50%.
Alright, we're
Alert.
playing pretty awful. Let's just get an external view of my ship getting destroyed here.
Charging.
I'm just gonna cut engines. So yeah, I can move the guns around manually like this, but I mean, to what end?
Is offline.
Whoa, whatever that was, it didn't kill me. I really love the way they're indicating damage on the ship. That stuff is really cool. Lots of detail, like you can just see all this debris flying off. And that's it for me. Very dramatic. So I have a respawn, but I'm just gonna return to the hangar for now.
Stand by for re-entry.
So yeah, I'm probably going to release some more Arena Commander videos as they do more patches and I get better at playing and they release more ships. It is kind of, it's not like doing the hangar module where I don't need to focus that much on my survival and I can kind of articulate myself better. I'm actually surprised how difficult it was to talk about some of these things, but I think I'll just add a free flight video a little later too, so I can just point out all the different things on my ship and what I'm enjoying about it and some of the the feedback I have on these things as well. So yeah, so if we could just go to exit sim here. Hello. What's it doing? Oh yeah, I exited the sim, but then I need to actually exit the ship. Yeah, some of those animations of you getting in and out of your ship, I'm not sure I'm crazy about them. They're kind of long, but I'm sort of off-centered here. Yeah, they'll fix this camera rolling issue here eventually. I would even like to wear this alternative outfit while flying the ship. Not that it really matters, but yeah, it's a good looking ship. This is like if you have a regular Hornet or you're flying in the military, I think the Hornets look a little more like this because you know that is different. Ah, look at that. And then when you adjust it, it brings you to a halt. I feel like I run kind of slow around here. Because here's my Super Hornet, the one I showed before in my last video. This is the two-seater, so I'm really curious to see how someone sitting in the back seat will control the guns. So, anyway, I'll just stop for now. When I get back to doing another video, we'll just do free flight, and I'll just kind of talk about some of the other things in the game that, and my thoughts on them. So, thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.